Back at it again, Scott Spence. Got my guy Ricardo behind the camera, and I'm here with the man himself, John King. We're here to talk about Proposition B for the latest school bond for Longview ISD. So a lot has been talked about it, but give us the specifics. What is Proposition B, and how will it affect the athletes of Longview and the programs that are here at Longview ISD?
Well, it's going to benefit every student athlete we have from middle school to high school because it'll be available to everyone at one point or another, And what we have with our Coliseum is in Proposition A because it's Coliseum considered a PE facility and it's tied into the education part. So everything that we're going to do at the Coliseum is in Proposition A. Proposition B will be renovations to the baseball field, new home stands, as well as new LED lighting. Our soccer complex will be renovated with new stands, new lighting. Lobo Stadium getting an upgrade, along with trying to cover tennis courts, where our plans are to cover 4 tennis courts. We can play tennis, practice tennis in inclement weather. Renovating the swimming hole, as I call it, the aquatic center. We talked about putting it in Proposition B, but if things don't fall in place, you can't do it.
Right.
And so we decided we're going to do that with district funds. So our aquatic center is going to get upgrades there as well. And then, of course, the indoor facility, which is going to benefit all of our extracurricular activities from athletics to band, vuettes to cheer, ROTC. It'll be a multi-purpose facility to use with a full-size turf field that'll be petitioned off that we can divide equally to 3 40-yard fields for people to practice with, have inlaid lines in the turf for baseball and softball practice, new weight room there that it can accommodate our kids during the season as well as during the summer time.
Right.
We, as you fully know, we have 400 kids show up here
Every summer.
every summer.
Almost every day.
If it's raining or something, we have nowhere to go. We're just trying to find places to work out, but it would benefit those guys. And then you look at what we have with our middle school development programs with swimming, tennis, and golf, cross country that are held here in the morning. Inclement weather, there's nowhere for those guys to go.
Right.
So we would be able to practice in the indoor and have hitting areas for our golf team, be able to hit tennis balls inside. So all those things would benefit them. And really the only thing the indoor facility doesn't service is going to be our swim team when they need to swim in the water. We're not going to have any water there.
Water for them.
They'll do dry land training. They do a lot of that, and that's what they can benefit from there.
All right. So we just a second ago we got to talking to some teachers, and we've been talking about performing even without the facilities. And one of the things I want to highlight is not just football. Football is, of course, if you're familiar with Longview, you know what football does in this area. But last year I think maybe for the first time ever we had every single sport participate in the postseason. And so for this facility, I think this is the time for it. You finally got every single sport participating and excelling at high levels, making the playoffs. That's never happened before. Just speak on to how important it is to not just, it ain't just football. You know what I mean? This is the whole community. It's just how important is that to you to make sure that it's reiterated to everyone that this isn't just football. This is every sport, and the band and everyone else that participates and does outdoor activities pretty much at LHS.
Yeah, the indoor facility is here to provide a service for Lobo Nation. All of our kids, like I said, middle school to high school. No, this isn't a football facility. Yeah. We can hold an indoor marching band contest in there if we have to. We can practice in there. We can have, we can hold multiple practices if we need to. I mean, you factor this in. Late in the fall, when football's still in the playoffs, band's still marching, you have 2 soccer teams to start their season with practice.
Right.
Where do you go?
Yeah.
A lot of time, and we have to take our game field, and seed it with ryegrass, so you can't get on it for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
There's no places to practice. Then in the winter, when you get in there and you have both soccer teams going, baseball, softball, track, they all start. There's 5 teams, and we have a bad weather day. They're sharing one turf room that's 40 yards by 40 yards. You can't accommodate one team at a time.
Exactly.
So really that's not fair to our kids, not fair to our coaches. And I'll say this, we're going to benefit from that indoor facility, just like our baseball and our softball teams have benefited from their turf fields.
Right.
There's a direct correlation, in my opinion, of how our baseball team performed last year and the facility they have to practice at or play at. Before, if it rained, they lost not only games, they lost practice time.
Absolutely.
They don't lose that anymore. Same thing with our softball. Our kids are getting to practice, they're getting to play their games. No different than if you miss class for a week or two and you're asked to take an algebra test, you hadn't Prepare
in
for
that
it.
practice. Yeah, you know. What I
It
mean?
goes hand in hand.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you know, that's pretty much Proposition B. I wanted y'all to hear from Coach King himself. Can't tell y'all how to vote, but if you've been paying attention, I think you know which way to go. But that's it for now. Since I got Ricardo with me, in the words of Stephen A., I'm out.